Hello and welcome back to our New World Order campaign in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we won a defensive war. We were attacked by the Duchess up here over the county of Hessen. It was actually the same county that Cologne attacked us over previously, I think. Which is interesting. I guess it's a particularly popular county for some reason. But that's okay. We are fabricating a claim, or trying to fabricate a claim on this county, so that we can attack Cologne, and that will give us enough counties to form the kingdom title, Kingdom of Franken. So my son had a son of his own. Not strong, unfortunately, but that's okay. Let's actually make sure to set him a special interest in case he comes of age to be educated in time for us to do it ourselves. The prisoner is complaining about his dark cell. We'll let him rot, but also go ahead and ransom all our prisoners, of which there are only 3. Now, I think we'll hold on to a decent amount of money for the moment, just in case we have to hire mercenaries again. There are some relatively powerful characters around us that we should be concerned about. In the middle of a conversation with a courtier, you pause suddenly. You forgot what you were going to say next. I hate it when that happens. Apparently, no actual consequences of this event. That's fine. This guy claims that he would be a better marshal than my current marshal. So you have 9, you have 10... and the ambition to become marshal, so basically 11. Okay. I'm convinced. Have you trained troops in our capital? Our go on a hunt decision still hasn't returned, so who knows, maybe we'll get the opportunity again when we have a different character. Or maybe we're just making extremely long preparations for that first hunt I queued up. Anyway, you have been studying the art of mounted combat under the tutelage of a skilled local horseman. The bruises you have incurred from falling off your horse will heal in time, and they are a small price to pay for your increased horsemanship, so we gain 1 marshal. Okay, that's nice. We can create titles. Let's just check in case these give us any de jure claims on anything. This duchy we already have all of. And same with this one, okay. We could also potentially press a weak claim on a county up here, but I don't think we really want to do that. So I think what we will do instead, I thought we had a claimant to this county. We probably still do, but since it's not a regency here, we aren't able to press it. We could try to kill this guy. Or we just try to find a claimant to a different county. No invitable claimants over here. Looks like everything here is part of Franken, so find any claimants that we can invite. We can declare for these counties. Not you though, or you. Let's see, the rest of Cologne is also part of the correct kingdom. All of you have non-regencies in charge, so we wouldn't be able to press weak claims. I guess we could exhaustively look through all of them in case there were strong claims, but I don't think it's too likely. We'll just continue to wait for our Chancellor to fabricate his claim. At least for the moment. We do have CBs. I guess we have Holy War CBs available up here. And we could press a claim on Bamberg for somebody who's already our vassal. In Henneberg. Which we might do just to pass the time, I suppose, and make us slightly more powerful, but it's not part of the de jure kingdom we're trying to form. He's only got 3,000 troops, we've got almost 5,000. Not sure if that's worth it. He is attacking in a war of his own, so maybe we'll just wait until he loses some troops doing that. Okay, another son was born to my son. He is left-handed, and they named him after me. How nice. One of our counts has died. Sometimes I wonder how people of the other gender urinate. I mean, I know where it comes out of, I'm not a child, I'm aware of these things, but I'm talking about how they do it. For instance, do they stand up? How do they aim it? Does it come out at different speed? So we're gonna get Naval Gazer for a year and a half, I think? No, less than a year and a half. Giving the following effects: -1 diplomacy, +2 learning. Alright. That's fine. Cologne and Mainz are fighting again. In my land, for some reason. It's defending against the war over Berg, so Cologne is trying to take their land back that they lost in the previous war. Alright, I think we'll just go ahead and press this claim. I think we are not going to have too much trouble doing that, assuming he doesn't have a lot of powerful allies or anything. Where do you live? All the way over in Anjou. Okay, I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay, all of you can head here, then here. And the rest of you. My 0-year-old courtier threw up on me while we were dining. Okay, he has indeed called in Anjou. So I mean, we'll keep an eye out for any armies approaching us from the west here, but I'm not going to be too concerned about it. We could hire mercenaries if that seems necessary, but hopefully we can just win this war before any armies arrive from there. There is an army of Bamberg there. It looks like he just lost most of his army, so that is pretty good. Oh, and he's called the Duke of Lyon into his war. He wasn't even allied with that guy when I checked. But he's not too powerful, so I don't think that's a problem. You claim you would be a better marshal. Well, we just replaced our marshal, but you are correct. He would be better. So you have strong claims on a couple of counties as well. One up here, another next door. Well, we'll make you our new marshal, that's fine. And send you to train troops. So his other war against Niederbayern is going poorly for him. He's almost at 100% against him. It has come to my attention that the Chancellor of Zeitz has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognize a claim on my title. Okay. They better not use it. They used it. You are under Bamberg. Okay, so, well, we're not in too much danger of being attacked by them, I think. Especially not once we take a county off them. I'm now known as the Careless. That seems harsh. My daughter needs educating, so we will get her educated. She is my only other child, isn't she? Yeah, I guess we better do it ourselves. Although actually, now that my son has children, they would inherit it in preference to her. So she actually is not likely to inherit at all, so we can just use her for opinion. Just on a random count, I suppose. Okay, we'll search the dungeons and release all prisoners. And we'll take the option that might allow us to become diligent. Okay, still a couple of small armies from Bamberg wandering around. No sign of anyone from Anjou. After giving my advice on a delicate matter, the courtier asked me to accept a small gift of gold as thanks for my help. I can accept it reluctantly and maybe become charitable, or I can be a dick about it and maybe become greedy. Let's try to become charitable. And the White Stag. Lately you have heard persistent rumors from peasants and travelers in the wilds that a strange mythical beast has been sighted in your realm. It's a white stag, powerful and elusive. The common folk claim it comes from another world, and that the hunter claims it will be imbued with divine power. We'll send people to find it. I think after this attempt at hunting the white stag, we'll maybe change our focus to a different one. My body may be sapless and infirm, but my mind is as healthy as ever. Well, if you say so. So we're going to be infirm. This means we're pretty likely to die soon. We lost one domain size from having in the infirm trait, but we're just going to keep all of the holdings that we have. And I think this makes it even better to remove the hunting focus, because I would actually like to die and inherit sooner rather than later. Birth of the Assassins. Word is spreading that a Shia missionary, Sasan-i-Sabah, has founded a religious order known as the Hashashin somewhere in western Persia. Using trickery and guile, this mysterious cult of trained killers has seized control of the mountain fortress of Alamut and converted it into their headquarters. Already a string of violent murders can be traced back to Hassan's devoted and fearless disciples. They're harmless, probably. For all I know. Okay, that siege is over. We're up to 50%. We could go fight his tiny army, but I don't think that's going to be too productive. And in fact, we didn't even have the opportunity if we had tried to. I guess we could fight these up here. I think it'll be faster to just do a few more sieges, though. Oh, here's an army from Lyon. Well, we'll just wait and see if they have enough troops to siege that, which they do, so we should have time to siege this one down before we go and chase them off, though. Oh, and here comes Anjou. Alright, so let's see. That being the case, I think we don't want to let them get into Bamberg, since it's hills. So we should go there immediately and hopefully be able to beat the small army here before they arrive. No, it looks like they're going to get their reinforcements there, I think. Well, we'll just have to hope our superior numbers will carry this battle for us. We have good characters in charge, which is something I did not actually pay attention to, but we got lucky, I guess. Okay, we broke one of their flanks, and we're probably going to break the center, so this is basically over. And that actually got us to 100%, so thanks for helping out, Anjou. We'll enforce our demands. our count here is now a double count, which is good for him. We may be able to plot to revoke one of his counties from him, but not while we are infirm, actually. And I guess our hunt for the white stag got cancelled because we became infirm at just the wrong time, so there's no reason to hold on to the hunting focus. I guess for the moment we'll switch to rulership. That should actually allow us to go back up to a 5 domain limit for the remaining however many years we have to live. Probably not too long. This guy claims he would be a better chaplain. 14 to 13. Actually 15, because he'll get an extra point of learning, so sure. And we'll send him to convert this county that his predecessor was working on. The rain is continuing in Thuringen, and we haven't seen a blue sky for weeks. We need sufficient rain for our fields, but excessive rain will cause a bad crop in the coming autumn. So we're going to get slower build time, more expensive building, and lower disease resistance. Okay. So now that we have the minus 2.5 health from being infirm, and we no longer have the +1 from hunting focus, I can't imagine we're going to live too much longer. It's kind of a shame that my son doesn't have better diplomacy. But we have plenty of money available to bribe our vassals if they're unruly. Today, Sigrid, my wife, enthusiastically asked me to go on a horse ride with her, and not having any appointments, I accepted. We both headed out for the woods, and with our escort, chatting and enjoying the fresh air, when suddenly she challenges me for a race and bolts off. The guards grow alarmed and pick up the pace as I decide what to do. Yeah, why not? Just because we're infirm, it doesn't mean we have to refrain from going off on mad horse chases for no reason. As you race through the woods after your wife, your escort pleads for you to stop while hopelessly trying to catch up on their heavy horses. After a long and fast ride, the two of you decide to stop, unsure and unconcerned with who won, as you can't stop laughing as you remember the desperate soldiers from the escort. What a lovely day. Okay then. Okay, we have yet another person who claims he would be a better marshal. Which he would be. So, fine, we'll do that. I guess we should just sort of look through the candidates ourselves instead of allowing people to keep suggesting themselves. But that's fine. Everyone gets a turn as marshal. What are you doing up here, little independent county? Oh, I guess she's rebelling against her liege who's trying to revoke it. And they're already sieging there, so we wouldn't have a chance to attack anyway. But there we go. We rest in the arms of the Lord at the age of 60. We died bedridden and infirm, and we lost several titles to our various... Actually, just to our sister. The sister of our current character. So be it. We now have a new heir, our son. Let's see. Unfortunately, our domain size... Oh no, our domain size is actually gone up to 6, which is great. We could afford to hold another county, though. Of course, we now only have 2 holdings. The... What county did we get? Oh, we got this county and this one. Alright. Well, the easiest way for us to get our rightful holdings back would be to plot to kill our sister before she comes of age and gets married and has children and complicates everything. So let's get that started. We'll choose a character focus. I think we'll pick carousing, just in case we need help with the succession here. We might have vassals that aren't too happy with us. Probably should check that before we make any hasty decisions about our focus, but that's fine. Nobody's too unhappy. We do have one count who's negative. So let's give him an honorary title. and we can bring people home. I'm not sure where they are, but we need to bring them home. I guess this is because our capital moved, probably. Which really shouldn't happen. I think we should actually retain the same capital, surely. Anyway, we can move it back once we kill our sister. We'll not bring them home. Maybe they'll arrive at our court naturally. Maybe not. Alright, we'll just do it then. Definitely wouldn't do to have our son and heir in a different court. Especially the court of somebody we are trying to kill. Okay, seems like nobody is actually interested in joining this plot right now, but we'll maybe see what we can do about that. In the next episode. We're out of time for this one, so we'll have to continue it in the next one. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.